Coach, thoughts on tonight's game?
I'm glad there's 2 halves and 4 quarters. We really struggled in the first half. I think we were 1 for 14 from 3. Taylor was the only one that was really getting anything going, and we just really struggled to score. And then defensively, I think their first 6 baskets were layups, so we really struggled there too. So that's my fault. I didn't have them ready to play. But I tell you what, second half we looked really good. And it's fun to watch. Scoring 30 points in the quarter is awesome. But these 2 guys, Sara didn't score the first half. She ends up with 20, and that's what good players do. They step up when they're supposed to. And Taylor's been so consistent all year long. Another 17, ho-hum, another 7 for 12. I mean, but how about Casey Kyle, the freshman? She's continuing to get better. Hit a couple big threes for us to get us going in the second half, and then the energy of Haley Jones was the difference in the game, I think.
Let's start right there, Coach. How would you describe what Haley Jones does for you on the defensive end with 5 steals tonight?
Yeah, and I bet she had 5 more deflections. She was everywhere tonight, and that's 2 games in a row for Haley, coming off a lot of sickness. She's finally got her body back to where she can play, and man, she's been fantastic. So yeah, she was kind of a little pest out there tonight for sure.
And from the players' perspective, like for both Sara and Taylor, training by 12 at the half, and then to come out the way the team did there in the second half, what was the major difference, or what was the mentality that sparked that run there in the second half?
I think we really pride ourselves on defense. That's kind of what has been consistent for us throughout this year, and we realized that the first half wasn't our game that we wanted to play. So just making that transition, and it really was just kind of a trusting ourselves, trusting our defense.
Yeah, I kind of felt an energy shift coming out of halftime. I mean, we got on a little bit of a run, and once you get rolling, sometimes you get rolling, and that's what we did. You can see 19 in the third and 30 in the fourth after scoring 8 and 11. That's pretty good. Compared to the first half. So we're glad we could get back rolling after that first half.
For sure. And Sara, my question for you specifically, you went off in that second half, you were going back to back to back. So tell me what happened with you. What did Coach tell you during halftime that really sparked that?
He told me I had 0 points. So.
And I yelled at him.
Yeah, hey, that comes with the game. Obviously we're not going to have our first halves that are the best, but you just got to come back. You just got to come back with some heart. That's one thing. Coach drew a heart on the board at halftime and said we didn't have any, so I think that was the main thing that coming out. I had my teammates believing in me. After shooting 2 air balls, they said keep shooting it. So that's the kind of confidence that they have that in me. So that makes it pretty easy to just shoot the ball.
For sure. And Taylor, it's like a pattern that we see every game. You're the team can depend on you to be consistent and scoring. So how do you take on, you came in as a graduate student, first year, you already know the drill, and you're taking over, so, tell me about that, and today you're in the game.
Yeah, consistency has kind of been always my main focus just as an athlete in general. As you can see, the backboard's kind of my friend, so it's easy to
big
just...
shot.
Yeah, and same thing Sara said, my teammates give me so much confidence, they have so much trust in me, so it makes it so much easier for me to just, be able to take those shots and try to make those plays.
Coach, second half, 3-point shooting 50% and 4 double-digit scores. How happy does that make you despite that first half of performance that you guys had?
Well, I don't have any black hair left to go gray, so I guess the next step's bald. But yeah, that first half was tough. It was really tough, but. You can kind of see this team starting to grow up, though, and that started here just a couple weeks ago. I think a lot of it has to do with our freshman point guard. She doesn't have any fear. She's a great leader. And then, these 2 guys have been really consistent all year as well. And then we just needed one more person to step up. And Tiffany's done that a few times. She had a great game tonight, but didn't score like she normally does. But Haley, she played great defense. And then Haley was she was the Energizer Bunny we needed. So yeah, it was fun to watch. To score basically 50 points in the second half when you really struggled in the first, it's pretty cool.
Taylor, this question's for you. How did you specifically think that you were going to become one of the absolute leaders of this team, despite having this grad student status, not having to play basketball, coming from playing volleyball?
Yeah, when you take the sport out of it, basketball or volleyball, it's all about what you do off the court. It's how you train, it's what you do with your body, it's how you invest in the people around you. And so that was kind of my goal coming in, is to focus on those things, and basketball just kind of bled into that.
Coach,
And she was the all-time leading scorer in Pittsburgh high school history in basketball too, and won 7 state championships in track and the hurdles. So she's a pretty good athlete. Yeah.
California Baptist on Saturday.
Yeah.
What's gonna be key?
I tell you what, they're so talented. They got the size inside, and really moved the basketball well. Got the player of the year and their point guard coming back. Their whole team's back. So they've been on a little bit of a. I think they've lost 3 out of 4. I don't know what they did tonight, but this is a team that didn't lose 1 game last year until the WNIT. So a very talented basketball team, but we can beat them if we play with heart, with passion, and don't go 1 for 14 in the first half from 3. Then we got a chance.
Anything else? Good. Thanks.
Thank you all for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you.